Hello everyone! Welcome to our channel, where we bring you the Word of God. Please subscribe and like this video so you can be notified whenever we upload a new video. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Now let's begin the video. It was a cold autumn evening and the rain tapped softly against the window panes of Maria's small apartment. The steady rhythm matched the restlessness in her heart. At 28C, felt like she was at a crossroads, caught between the demands of her teaching job and a quiet ache for something more, something deeper. Memories of her childhood were faint, fragments of stories about heroes and miracles told by her beloved abuela with a warmth that Maria missed. The old family Bible, once filled with her abuela's elegant script, sat gathering dust on a shelf, its leather cover softened by time, its pages whispering tales of a faith Maria had known but hadn't truly embraced. She sat at her kitchen table, sipping on a cup of cooling hot chocolate, her gaze drifting to the rain-streaked window. On days like this, the city seemed to sigh, mirroring the longings in her soul. A co-worker had mentioned a website, stories of the Bible brought to life. Must-know tales, and curiosity tugged at her like a half-remembered dream. With a gentle sigh, Maria opened her laptop. The soft glow of the screen chased away some of the shadows, and she found herself drawn into the website's inviting expanse. What unfolded before her eyes was a journey through ancient stories that resonated with a startling familiarity, each one whispering truths that would reshape her soul. Intrigued, Maria clicked on the first story, and the tale of Noah unrolled before her. She pictured him, weathered and resolute, hammering planks under a relentless sun, his neighbors mocking him as he spoke of a coming flood. The animals arrived: elephants, lumbering, birds, fluttering 2 by 2, a parade of God's creation. When the rains came, 40 days and nights of torrential downpour, Maria imagined Noah's family huddled in the ark, the creak of wood mingling with the roar of water. When the flood receded and a rainbow arched across the sky, God's promise to never again destroy the earth. Maria felt a lump in her throat. The story wasn't just about survival. It was about Noah's unwavering obedience. Despite the world's scorn, Maria thought of her own life. The times when she questioned God's presence, when she felt like she was building an ark in a world that didn't understand. Noah's faith, steadfast through the storm, challenged her to trust God's promises, even when life felt uncertain. As she read on, she jotted down her thoughts in a nearby notebook, her pen scratching across the paper like a hymn of understanding. "Obey God, even when others don't understand," she wrote, the words anchoring her like a life raft in a sea of doubt. Next, she read about Rahab, a woman in Jericho whose life defied her reputation. A prostitute living on the city's wall, Rahab hid 2 Israelite spies, risking everything to protect them. Maria imagined her heart racing as she lowered them by a scarlet rope, her hands trembling but steady. Rahab's faith in Israel's God, a deity she barely knew, moved her to act, and her family was spared. When Jericho's walls fell, the story struck Maria deeply. Rahab wasn't defined by her past, but by her choice to trust God. She thought of her own mistakes, the times she felt unworthy of grace. Rahab's courage showed her that God sees potential, not labels, and welcomes anyone who turns to him. Her pen flew across the page. God uses the unlikely. My past doesn't limit his plan. The third tale was of Elijah, a prophet who faced off against 450 prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel. Maria pictured the rugged mountain, the altar drenched in water, and Elijah's bold challenge. Let the true God answer with fire. When God's flame consumed the offering, licking up even the water, Maria could almost hear the crowd's gasps. Elijah's faith wasn't quiet. It was a public stand for God's power in a faithless world. Yet afterward, Elijah fled, exhausted and afraid, hiding in a cave until God's gentle whisper restored him. Maria related to that her own moments of boldness, followed by doubt, her strength crumbling under pressure. Elijah's story taught her that God meets us in both triumph and weakness, speaking in the still, small voice. She wrote, "God's power shines through me, and his whisper lifts me up." By now, the rain had slowed to a drizzle, but Maria was captivated. She dove into the story of Joseph, sold into slavery by his brothers, his colorful coat torn and stained. She saw him in Egypt, rising from a prison cell to Pharaoh's right hand, interpreting dreams with God-given wisdom. When his brothers appeared years later, begging for food, Joseph forgave them, saying, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." Maria's eyes stung. She'd held grudges against a friend who betrayed her, against herself for past choices. Joseph's forgiveness, rooted in trust that God weaves purpose through pain, challenged her to let go. The story showed that God's plans are bigger than human betrayal, turning brokenness into blessing. She scribbled, "Forgive, because God redeems every hurt." The final story was of Mary Magdalene, a woman freed from 7 demons, who followed Jesus with fierce devotion. Maria imagined her at the cross, tears streaming as Jesus suffered, her heart breaking yet clinging to hope. On the 3rd day, at the empty tomb, Mary's grief turned to joy when Jesus called her name, alive and radiant. She ran to tell the disciples, her voice trembling with wonder, "I have seen the Lord." Maria felt the weight of Mary's transformation from torment to witness, from despair to hope. She thought of her own struggles, the moments she felt trapped by fear or shame. Mary's encounter showed that Jesus brings resurrection not just from death, but from every darkness. She wrote, "Jesus knows my name and calls me to new life." Hours had passed, and Maria's hot chocolate sat untouched, but her heart was full. These stories weren't relics. They were alive, weaving God's truth into her life. Noah's Ark taught her to trust God's promises. Rahab's rope showed her that faith redefines identity. Elijah's fire and whisper revealed God's power and presence. Joseph's forgiveness modeled redemption through pain. Mary Magdalene's encounter promised new beginnings. Together, they painted a God who is faithful, merciful, and near, inviting her into his story. The next day, the grey skies had cleared, revealing a sun-kissed sky. Maria awoke with a lightness in her chest, a melody of purpose humming beneath her skin. She reached for her Bible, her fingers tracing the embossed cover. Inside, Psalm 23 welcomed her. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," she read, feeling God's care in the words. That day at school, as she prepared her lessons, she used the site's tools to compare translations and dig into commentaries. She learned about Ruth's unwavering loyalty, about Daniel's courage in the lion's den, about Paul's dramatic conversion. Each story resonated with a piece of her soul, filling the gaps in her faith with vibrant hues of understanding. Later that week, Maria joined a church group, sharing Elijah's story, her voice steady as she described the fire and the whisper. Her friends listened intently, their faces reflecting the awe she felt. Afterward, someone asked, "So what does this mean for us today?" Maria smiled. She thought of the spies hidden by Rahab, of Joseph interpreting dreams, of Mary Magdalene's unshakable belief. "It means God isn't distant," she began. "He's in the everyday, in the difficult choices, in the unexpected opportunities. He wants to walk with us, not just save us. He wants to use us, not just bless us. He wants to be our shepherd, not just our king." Her words echoed in the room, touching hearts and stirring souls. One Sunday, surrounded by the familiar faces of her church family, Maria stood to read during the service. Her eyes fell on Mary Magdalene's story, the tale of a woman who went from despair to ecstatic belief. As she read, "He is risen," she felt the power of those words course through her veins. The old, worn Bible in her hands seemed to thrum with life. In that moment, surrounded by the warmth of faith and the echoes of centuries past, Maria understood. The stories weren't just words on a page. They were threads woven into the tapestry of her soul, forming a picture of a God who was with her, in her, guiding her every step of the way. That evening, as she sat in her quiet apartment, the city lights twinkling outside her window, Maria closed her Bible, her heart brimming with gratitude. The stories had become her story, a testament to a God who was faithful, compassionate, and ever near. With newfound purpose in her heart, she whispered a prayer of thanks, knowing that her journey of faith had just begun.